This video tutorial I want to show you guys a trade I took today on Euro USD. So I actually took a buy trade today on Euro USD, and you can see how the market is moving, right? So the aim of this video is actually to show you guys the reason why I actually took the trade, right? So firstly, I'm going to be starting from the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame here, you can see that the market is actually in a downtrend, right? Because we've been making lower lows, right? And this is the last liquidity point here, right? And you can see that this is the last low before the market actually went further. However, this is the major liquidity zone here, right? So this has been taken out, and currently, like, this is the another major liquidity zone, right? So now, from the look of things here, you can see that this is actually like a retracement, right, before the market can either continue the downward movement, or the market can either change direction, right? But then, as it is, since I already spotted that okay, today the Euro USD is actually going to buy because of the last Friday candle. So this kind of candle, you need to take notice of it. So let me try to zoom it so that you can see it very well. So on your chart, anywhere that you see this kind of candle on the daily time frame, it's very, very important, right? Because if this kind of candle forms, definitely the next candle is going to be bullish. And that is why I went to the lower time frame to actually spot out my entry. So now you can see everything here that it looks bullish based on how the last week Friday candle actually closed. Now moving to our 4 hour time frame. So I'm going to be showing you guys another thing on the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can see how the market has been going up gradually, right? And you can see that this is the last low, right? However, the market tried to come down here. However, the market was unable to take out this previous low. So since the market was unable to take out this previous low, this when I realized that okay, the trend has actually changed for the moment, right? Because the bigger picture is still say trade, right? But however, this is a retracement, and based on the retracement, like, it's clearly shown that okay, since this previous red candle cannot take out this previous low, it means we are actually in a reversal zone. So what I did was to actually go to my 15-minute time frame. Like, from the look of things here, you can see that this market has been making a higher highs on this area, right? So, and currently this is where the market is. I think, let me check my chart again and see where I entered the trade from. I think I entered the trade from 1.14015. Let me see if I can spot that on the chart here. 14015. Let me see. 140. Okay. 14015. Yeah, it should be around this zone. So I actually entered the market somewhere in this zone, right? But I did not enter on a 4 hour time frame. I actually entered on a 15-minute time frame. So now let me show you guys where I actually entered this trade. Now, like, the chart is clearly visible on a 15-minute time frame. So in the morning when I woke up today, I said that the price has actually taken out this previous low, right? So, like, all the liquidity, all the stop losses around this area has been wiped out, and the next liquidity zone is actually in this area. So since I discovered that oh, the market has actually wiped out all the liquidity in this zone, I actually wait for a break to actually confirm that okay, we're actually in a bullish trend. And immediately the market actually presented what I was looking for, right? So because if you can see clearly, this is another liquidity zone here, right? So this liquidity zone has also been taken up. So since this liquidity has been taken out, the market actually went to create another high, which is this high. So all I did was actually to wait for a confirmation around this area. So I wait for a retracement. So once the market actually got to this zone, then I enter the market somewhere around this area. However, I actually spot this confirmation, right? This 1, 2, 3 candle. So this 1, 2, 3 candle actually give me the confirmation, and I still waited for a small time again, and I enter on this red candle. So, like, what you guys need basically is very simple, right? The most important thing that you guys need first is actually to know the direction of the market, because if you don't know the direction, to place trade will be quite difficult something for you to do, because you may not know if the market is actually going to buy or going to sell. So then, if you are able to make your analysis so perfect, right, when it comes to finding your daily bias, it will never be a problem for you. So, like me, I already know my daily bias that today is going to be bullish based on how the Friday candle actually closed, right? So, based on how the Friday candle actually closed, I already know that oh, this market is going to go bullish. So, since I already know that, like I said, I went down to my lower time frame, which is 15-minute time frame. So, on the 15-minute time frame, I actually spot a reversal here. So like you see that this is actually a clean setup. Now the liquidity has been swept first for you to show that, oh, this is a confirmation, because a lot of people are actually going to enter this trade as sell, right? Because a lot of people think that, oh, the market is on this point and now the market is going down. The market has also taken out a zone here. So since the market has taken out a zone here, the sell trade is confirmed. But meanwhile, the market just tweak a little, and you see that the people who enter buy around this area, they were stopped out, and people who enter sell around this area, they were also stopped out. And see how the market actually move aggressively. Now for you to actually spot your entry, you don't have to like enter immediately as the market keeps going up, right? Because there's no place for you to actually fix your stop loss around this area. So for you to be safe, you actually need to wait for a retracement. So let me use my Fibonacci tool to actually draw the this so that you guys can actually spot it very well, right? So I'm going to draw my Fibonacci line from this area. So I'm going to mark here, I'm going to drop it here, right? So I'm going to drop it around this area. So you can see how the market actually retraced to at least 0.68 level of the Fibonacci level. So now if market is moving aggressively like this and you see that, oh, there's a retracement that is actually coming down, right? And you want to enter the market as buy. So you can either put your buy limit or whatever that you know how to do best, right? So if you are using a buy limit, for instance, you see that the market will actually retrace to at least 0.68 level of the Fibonacci, right? So once the market comes to this area, your buy order will actually be triggered. And once it is triggered, you see that you can actually swing the market. You will even enter the market before me, right? Because see the point that I entered the market. So I entered around this zone and my stop loss was around this area. And where's my take profit? I think my take profit is still high, right? So my take profit has not been hit yet, but I believe that before today runs out, the take profit is going to be hit. I want to check the point again where, okay, my take profit is around the 1.14294, right? And the market is almost at that point, 14294. That is my take profit. So market is virtually almost at my take profit. So my take profit is somewhere around this area, 14294. So yeah, so this is where my take profit is, and I believe that before the today's candle actually close, my take profit is actually going to be hit. So this is all you guys need to know about this trade that I took today. So if you want to be getting trades alongside with me, it's very simple, right? So all you have to do is just to ensure that your account is fully funded, and anytime I call a trade on the group, you can actually take advantage of the opportunity and we start growing and making money together. So I just said let me make this brief video to show you guys the reason and also what actually led me to take the Euro USD buy today. So tomorrow I'm going to look for another short trade, and by God grace, I'm going to put the details on the group so that you guys can actually take advantage of the trade, right? So thank you, and that's all for now.